Dude, unless you've played against it, you truly don't understand. It's like the most crash out worthy shit you've ever seen.
What's up, Response on Players? We're back with another podcast. I'm Jake, and this week I'm joined by
Steph, and I have very few opinions on turtles, but I'll try.
Andrew. Jake, why are you in the judge's chair?
And I'm James. You may not have opinions on turtles, but you can have opinions on the cards, right?
I feel like it's one and the same, but we'll see.
I mean, yes, but no.
Okay, I will look at these. I will look at these for the merits of the card itself, and not for the turtles, which I do not care about. That sounds like I really hate turtles. I really don't. I'm like so neutral on them.
in the court. Order
Also,
in the court. I'm gonna need you to settle down. You can't sit here and start talking about turtles like that.
I'm talking about turtles
Right
in
off
a
the rip.
very normal way.
Straight out the gate.
Kicks the door open. You know what? Turtles lame.
I'm just neutral on turtles. But you know what? I wish that we had used like the puppet turtles from like the 90s or the 80s or whatever, because I do remember watching that when I was a kid. I had like that movie.
I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
I just wish we had played a lot of Franklin clips.
Franklin? I remember Franklin.
And to answer your question, Andrew, as to why I'm up in the judge's seat, that's a topic for later in this podcast. Quit! Stop! No! Don't leave! Stop! Don't click off! Please!
Oh, I will just say, because even though no one asked, I'm going to say it anyway. 4th of July was fun. Had a good time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We didn't podcast last week. 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Went and watched fireworks explode as all Americans typically should.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Stayed home and did the same thing from the window of my home.
I stayed home and had to keep an eye on my husky because he very much was afraid of the fireworks and would not leave my side.
Oh, yeah, I had to dog sit 4 dogs, and they really didn't care that much. It actually wasn't that bad. They were like, 2 of them kind of wanted to be up in my room, so I let them, and otherwise they just were like, yeah, whatever.
Hold up. I wanted to reel it back to James saying he was just watching out his window watching fireworks. Like, do you have like sad girl music on, or you sitting there like in your little robe, like depression status? Man, I wish I was filming a podcast right now.
No, I mean, honestly, that's all it was. Like, I was just kind of sitting there thinking, I was like, man, it'd be a lot more fun if I had friends that cared about me and wanted to podcast, but I guess they got like kids and shit, so whatever.
Dang.
Oh.
No, it's that one meme of the guy like sitting in his computer room and like the fireworks are going off in the window and it's like shining light, and he like closes the curtains and gets back on his computer. That was literally James.
This is distracting me from my Marvel rivals.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, no comment. I do remember the husky incident, though. Were we playing something together that night? Because I remember you talking.
We were playing rematch.
We were playing rematch. That's right.
Yeah, and my husky would huddle close to me because he was very scared.
Hell yeah.
He hates storms and fireworks. He just hates big booms. So he's like, "Hey, Dad, please protect me from these booms that aren't going to hurt me."
It's so funny because like you would think like the big husky dog wouldn't care, but
oh no, he is a big baby, big diva, as huskies typically are.
Bro, biggest diva. I walked into that house the other day, and I like stepped in. He was like in the hallway, and he's a big dog, and he stops everything he's doing, looks me in the face, and then just goes, and then stands there for a couple of minutes. Yeah, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of my way.
Yeah.
And then he just the slowest walk out of there that you can possibly get.
Yep. I love huskies.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, like big dog, you would think it wouldn't care. Super scared of fireworks. Sam is like 12 pounds, and he does not give a fuck. He slept through that shit.
Yeah, that's because Sam's a boss bitch, bro.
I'm too busy pulling those cards.
Dude, like he's ready to literally kill Andrew anytime we come over.
Oh, all the time. Even though he's seen
I don't
me
know.
before.
He does not like Andrew. Don't know why.
Yeah,
like, well, there were like as I'm hanging out there, like eventually he's like, all right, you know what, you're all right. And then I leave and then come back sometime later, and he's like, who the hell are you?
To be
It's
honest,
100% the experience.
I feel that same way.
Shut up! No one was asking you, Judge.
Too late. Anyway, so let's get into our first topic because we've yapped way too long about stuff that doesn't matter to anybody except us. So I think we should do some talking about the characters. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I guess we can talk about Universes in the Universes podcast.
We'll start with one that Steph doesn't hate off rip.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about April O'Neil, high school reporter. She's a 6 hand size, 7 health, all and void character.
27 health.
Is that what I said?
You said 7 health.
7 health.
You said 7 health.
I said 27.
You
really
said
bad.
7 health.
Must have been my mic. Faulty recording equipment.
I was stopping and like trying to process that as I was scrolling up to look at the character. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Last time I recorded the response on Play Basement.
Wait,
shoddy equipment down here.
It's crazy. Nick's asleep, and it's amazing you haven't woken him up yet.
Oh, well, we'll get there. Your checks to play ally attack cards get +1. Enhance. Your rival mills 1. Use the effect below that matches the milled card's check value. 6 or greater, your rival discards a card. 4 or 5, rival review 1 card. If you did, draw 1 card. 3 or less, draw a card.
This character is, I mean, I find this character interesting, even though it's sort of a mill character, so ew. But having different effects depending on what gets milled is pretty cool, and having a static that is for allies, like allies coming back after so long. One thing I will say that I'm not a fan of, I read the 4 or 5 review a card if you did draw a card. April O'Neil has all and void. None of those symbols belong to Kamui 2, so I'm mad. Because she's going to probably have something to do with to reviewing or something, maybe.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she could. Yeah, I did.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think this is interesting. It basically says if you get a good check off the top of their deck, they get punished. If you get a bad check off the top, you get rewarded, kind of thing. So it's kind of cool. It may be a little too, I don't know, inconsistent to be like competitive. However, plus to your ally attacks, +1 to your checks is just good. So
yeah,
I don't know.
No, like especially just I feel like ally attacks haven't, like, just the ally package it has gotten, I guess, sparse support throughout the last few sets, but having a character that pretty much cares about them again after who was the last like ally character? I guess it was Vexalia from Exandria. Cared about, I think she cared about allies. But just having another character that wants to play allies and just getting more support, because I'd imagine her kit will have ally in them, like the ally keyword.
Yeah, I'm sure. It really all just depends on what kind of ally cards we get throughout the set. Because like I don't think that allies are in an amazing spot right now. I don't think there's any real like ally focused decks. So unless we get some like pretty crazy ally cards in this set, I don't know how much that's going to be relevant.
I also just feel like ally hasn't been relevant since MHA1 rotated.
I have one thing I really like about this card, and then one thing I really don't like. And the one thing I don't like is I don't like the ally keyword gating. I found that I don't really like keyword gating on any card because it just really kneecaps it, and it just seems like anything that's keyword gated, and I could be wrong. So like, tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like any like character that's keyword gated like this just ends up not being competitive. So like, I don't like seeing that out the gate. Okay, so am I wrong?
No, you're not necessarily wrong. I think it's dependent on what the keyword is, because
and what you're gating.
That's fair.
Yeah, because there's weapon is a very strong, like relevant strong keywords. So like if a
Oh,
character
yeah.
deals with weapons, like that's pretty good. Same with Furies.
I was just
I
thinking
think
that
Furies are also really good.
Yeah, Bakugo and Furies. You're right. I played that character. I guess it's
Yeah,
like,
so
yeah,
you're not necessarily wrong. It's just it's dependent on the keyword itself.
yeah,
Yeah, that and what you get for it, like Jake
Mhm.
said. So, there, no matter what, keyword gating does limit the character, no matter
Yes,
what.
100%.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not as bad as others. Like
Mhm.
limiting a card to ally versus limiting a card to weapon are
right.
two totally different
And
characters.
I guess that's
Agreed.
where my vibe was coming from. Is like ally is not. I don't feel like I've seen a lot of really strong ally attack cards. Because again, it's attack cards. It's not just ally cards. So, that's
True.
where I'm kind of like, I don't know about that. But the thing that I do really like is I think she's silly. I like that she's silly. It's just like, okay, they're gonna mill, and like whatever they mill, you're gonna do this, and like you kind of don't have a choice. You're just gonna do whatever they did. Like, I don't know. I like that. I like that she's like a little whimsical with it. She's a little silly with it.
I mean, she in a way punishes your rival for playing good checks. Like if they play 6 checks,
Yeah.
you just say, "Hey, you get to now lose a card because you play good checks." What a geek!
Yeah. I guess no matter
Yeah.
what, except when they check 6 or greater, she's drawing a card. But
If they check 3 or less, April gets to draw a card, and it's a 6 or greater.
yeah, but 4
Your
or
rival
5
discards.
you review, and if you do, you draw a card. So I
Oh yeah,
assume
4 or
that you
5.
would
Yeah,
do it. But I don't know. It's fun that it's like, what's your rival gonna do? Well, here's what you have to do. Like,
yeah, I agree. It's neat.
I mean, static +1 to your attacks, assuming you're playing allies, is good. But that's why like keyword gating is important, because if this just said your checks to play attacks get +1 off the rip,
Insane.
yeah,
insane.
yeah,
It doesn't matter what else this card says.
right.
It's probably somewhere in the competitive spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
And by keyword gating certain characters, there is potential for them to get really strong later. So, like right now, we have a lot of Furies and some good weapons and stuff like that coming off the back of AOT. And we're probably going to have some more decent weapons in this set, just because, Ninja Turtles. But if something is keyword gated, it at least has a chance later for something crazy to get printed that gives people a reason to go back to an older character.
Mhm.
Whereas, like, as long as it's not like name gated, I think name gated is where you get problems like Yusuke or the green guy from Heroes of Alexandria.
Fjord.
That's literally what I said.
The Jolly Green Giant.
So, like, I think word gating stuff like that is potentially problematic if it's not something that we can get a lot of sets out of, because those characters have a very limited shelf life.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think gating characters is fine, as long as it's not their whole gimmick. And she's got, I think her main gimmick is the milling one, and then you get an added benefit of if you're playing ally attacks, you get a +1. So especially since if you're hitting anything less than a 6, you're basically drawing a card, so you can just filter every attack.
Yeah. Also,
And on your opponent's turn?
reading the card, it says use the effect
Whoa,
below.
whoa! Hey, I've been waiting to say this.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, give me. I've been waiting. I've been waiting patiently.
All right, go.
Yeah, no, I think this card's gonna get like a day 1 errata because it's, or at least a clarifying one, because it has you say that you have to use the ability, but then on the 4 or 5 it says if you did draw a card, but then you don't have a choice. Like there's no if you did. It should either say review 1, draw 1, or it says you may use one of the abilities, or you may review a card if you did draw. Like there needs to be some kind of clarifying text there.
Oh, there's that. I thought you were literally going to shoot me dead for stealing your thunder, but that's not what I was looking at.
Okay, go off, King.
Well, so the big thing about the clarification is it says review 1 card if you did draw 1 card. This means you can't use her ability to make the mill one and then not review a card and draw. So it doesn't give you a free draw. This is just saying you have to review a card, and then when you do, draw a card. So this is not. So this is.
Right, but that also means that if you have a handful of attacks, you can't use, like, you say, I've got my perfect sculpted hand. I'm no longer allowed to use her enhance, because if they hit a 4 or a 5, I have to get rid of one of the cards I like in my hand, because I don't have the option not to review a card.
Okay, as intended.
But like that's the thing. Is like,
sometimes you don't want it. Sometimes you don't push buttons for the fear of the result.
Sure, I guess if that's the intention, but the wording, I don't know. I think there's like a bit of a miswording there, but maybe I'm wrong.
What I was gonna point out was the fact that the wording here also says that matches the milled card's check value. It doesn't say printed check value. So if they bump up their check, or for whatever reason you decide to plus their check, you could say, hey, you have +1 to your check. Mill 1, you check the 5, you now check the 6. Go ahead and discard a card.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But they're not checking the card. So if you add 1 to their check, so you would have to modify.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Value, which is not how that works.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Never mind. Not as silly goober sauce as I thought it was.
Yeah, my mind almost went to the, oh my god, that's silly as hell, and you could do some really funny stuff, but
yeah,
that's not how it works, because you're modifying the check itself, and for this you're not checking. You're milling the card and checking the value on the card.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely missed that. You are correct. My bad, Judge.
Yes, Judge.
And that's why I'm in power.
All right, well, calm down up there.
Anyway, yeah, I think that pretty much sums up. I think this character's cool. Mm-hmm. I think there's some potential interesting things you can do here. I think she's got a cool effect. If you want like a slower, like mess with your opponent mill strategy, I think 6-hand, 27 health is pretty good. All right, now it's the time you've all been waiting for. We're gonna do it. We're getting into the next one. Drum roll, please.
No.
Metalhead, Protector of Mutants. This one is a 5-hand size, 37 health character with the tech keyword. It has response. Once per turn, after you take damage, your rival discards 1 card. Flip 1 rival foundation.
That's already kind of silly.
Enhance. Increase the keyword rating of the next keyword you play this turn by 1.
All right. Okay.
It has earth and void symbols.
All right. This character seems pretty goofy. Like this seems on paper sounds pretty good. I mean, hey, I have 37 health and I just decided to eat like an 8 damage move. All right, go ahead and lose a card from your hand and I'll flip that cool card that you have. Go ahead and continue. On top of having the enhance to just increase the rating of your next keyword, so you can just make your breakers even better.
Yeah, I'll half block with a breaker 2. It's a breaker 3, and also discard a card. Also flip that foundation. Nice try, nerd.
Yeah, I was going to say 8 damage. Not even. You're on the earth symbol. You got all that minus damage. You're taking 2 damage.
Oh yeah, no.
That effects.
Oh, it's just more of like, everyone will with these high health pulls will be like 8 damage. Yeah, I'll take that. That's fine. Whatever. But correct. On Earth, you have a lot of like damage reduction. So what would be 8 damage to the normal player, the normal Weenie Hut Junior player, is actually, since you have access to the Earth symbol, it's like 2 damage, 3 damage. So yeah, even better, because it's like, yeah, you're tickling my freaking arm. I'm going to punch you in the gut and then laugh at you.
Okay, so he's got a lot of health.
Response.
37 health is a lot. My question is how is he supposed to kill people? Like by stunning them, maybe? Is that the plan here? With the keyword +1? Or I guess
potentially.
Or with like the powerful +1.
Yeah, so like you can make your powerfuls like even better. You can make, if you need the speed to kill, like if you have the damage, you need the speed, you can make your EXs better. So like virtually the enhance could help Metalhead kill his opponent. But that's also just what you gotta find. Like that's the code you gotta crack with this character, right?
Yeah.
Like you see the words, it's like, oh, this seems really good already. But now the question is, the equation to solve is, all right, well, I need to kill my rival.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
I guess his game plan is like you take away their stage, basically. Like you make their stage blank, and then I don't know.
You also disrupt their hand.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
That's true.
again, we're on the Earth symbol, so the answer is it's falling skies.
That's
Always,
funny.
Oh,
like,
and
I
God,
mean,
what's the card where you take half damage? Why can't I remember that?
I was gonna say you're gonna have to be a bit more
It's
specific than that.
trample, but in this game,
throws.
It's because there's hella
okay.
throws on Earth, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's I don't know. Maybe that could be. A thing.
I mean, yeah, you
Throw-
could just play Metalhead throws.
Throw +1.
I mean, that doesn't work for throw.
It is not
but...
a keyword rating. It is.
Yeah.
It's
It should be.
keyword ability.
It's like a double throw, and then you take full damage.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
calm
throw
down
you
there.
over my shoulder, and then I'm gonna pick you back up and throw you over my shoulder again.
Judge, is this
It's
allowed?
like you're designing whole ass characters.
You know what? Yeah, I think this is allowed. I think if you +1 throw, they get thrown, but like a lot.
Okay.
It's like a yo-yo. They
Appreciate
get
that.
thrown and they get pulled back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you have throw +1, so I think what it does is it modifies your throw and it becomes a super throw. Nothing changes, but now it's a super throw.
Yeah.
I think it gets like +1 extra frame on startup.
You get access to the frame data.
But yeah, I think his character's cool. The big thing is like drawing cards. Like if you can find a reliable way to draw cards in this character, I think you can see some cool stuff. Like I think the words on this character are pretty cool.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Electric Moth, definitely. I mean, if you're going Falling Skies, right, you get Electric Moth, so that's just gonna +1 your hand size. Yeah, there's definitely some interesting lines here.
I was gonna say any final words?
He is
Nope.
really cute. I like this. Whatever he's got going on. He's like a cute little robot. It's adorable.
Steph's turtle mane. Hmm?
He's not technically a turtle, so like
True.
yeah, I might.
Looks like at the back he's got the extendo mag for the Glock. So
Your Honor, I would like to actually cross-examine this.
objection. You know what? We'll go big. Andrew, this is for you. Donatello, the smart one.
My boy.
Inventor, mutant, 7 hand size, 23 health. So, Andrew, you like playing small health totals, Mr. Toya player. Enhance, your attack gets +1 damage for each asset in your stage. Response, commit. After you block with an asset with print difficulty 4 or less, build it. You got the good and void symbols.
Yeah, so I've been I like Donatello, so I was gonna play him no matter what. But I read this character, I was like, yeah, I kind of vibe with what he's doing here, and have been looking at the assets that he has access to. He gets to play Dodie from Exandria, which basically just has the ability of that's more than my health. It's back to printed. That you get to cheat in that reset on block. You also get to cheat in capes. You also get to on good. You get to cheat in Ares. Like you get to cheat in really good assets with this character, and if you can also try to splash in some assets that you can have multiple of in your stage. That way you can give a good amount of damage to your attacks, or just stockpile your uniques and just give them the damage that way. I vibe with what Donnie's doing here.
Oh, you get Dr. Ichigaki's too. You
Yes.
can cheat in.
Yes, on good, I believe. I don't think it has void.
Yeah, it's on good.
Yeah. So like both symbols have good targets. And I think Dodie has the infinity symbol, so no matter the symbol you choose as your main symbol, you get to play Dodie. Which I think Dodie is like really good for this character because again, you block with it, you get to free build it. So that is a reset that you get to just cheat in. So I'm on board. Like it's sick.
Yeah, I think giving damage, your attack giving damage for each asset in your stage, this is a potential to go really hard because you can play defense really well. And this gives you the ability to potentially stack up some like you can give this to like if you have good throws or anything, you can give the damage to throws because it doesn't care what the card is. It just gives the damage based on your assets. So You could do some really crazy stuff with this. And if you had like a good EX outlets or like ways to add momentum with good EX cards, you could potentially just make like slam dunk after slam dunk after slam dunk.
And as a cheeky little mention here as well, Donnie's bow staff is the asset, is his weapon asset. It doesn't have the weapon keyword, but it is an asset that doesn't have the unique keyword, but has breaker 2, and you can pick it up with its own enhance to add it to your hand. So you can like build it just normally, enhance to pick it up if you need the mid block breaker 2, then rebuild it. But you can just kind of spam these out and like have a full playset in your stage. Be like, all right, 4 damage, here we go. Like you can go that route. So like, yeah, no, I vibe with this. I'm in. You also get Cabal's Ruin, actually, because Cabal's Ruin has the Inventor enhanced to -1 speed. So you can block with Cabal's Ruin or just build it, and then you get free speed minus as well.
Yeah, that's really good too. And when you block with that, you can give a bunch of damage to that using that too.
Yep. No, I'm in. I'm sold. I'm playing. I was already going to play Donnie, but like after he got revealed, I started looking at all the assets he could play. I started to sort of cook with Donnie. I'm in. I'm playing Donnie.
Yeah, I think he could be good. I see why he would be good. I'm not like an asset character person myself.
More of a feat set character.
A what? A what?
That was a stretch, Your Honor.
I said you're not an asset character. I said you're more of a feat set character.
Oh, sure.
That's a stretch, Your Honor.
I guess so.
Oh, he also gets Tattered Costume. You block with Tattered Costume you block with it, get to build it, so then you have a freaking cancel for against an action or an attack keyword, and get to draw a card.
Andrew's like already thinking of ways to be obnoxious with this character.
Bro, this character is like, I actually low key, this character like speaks to me to everything that Andrew likes doing. Like, think about his Toya deck.
I know it does.
That he spends so much time on.
I know.
That it's just like infuriating to get through.
Yes.
And he's gonna do that with a character that can actually swing back.
Toya could swing back, but I had to wait a while.
You had to wait like 30. You had to wait 30 minutes.
I had to bait you hard enough to overcommit, and then I get to kill you. That was the problem with Toya.
As I learned with the attack titan to that character, if it bleeds, it can die.
Exactly. I mean, that's just how 7-handers are in general. Like, if you can get through, they kind of just crumble, like virtually. But I'm so in. I want to play Donnie like right now, right this moment. In fact, I'm going to leave the courtroom and I'm going to go play Donatello. So,
bailiff, tackle that man.
Mods,
hey, this is my courtroom.
Not anymore. No, one thing I do want to point out, because usually we've noticed recently that we've been setting a max or a minimum kind of like 5 seems to be the number for effects like this. There's no limit to the number of damage you can stack on this. Usually, if you get an effect like this, it's, max, do a plus damage, max 5 or something like that. But then that's not the case for this one.
Yeah, so you can, if you can get a lot of assets out, you just go, yeah, it's 8 damage to my attack. Let's go. 8 plus 8 damage to my throw.
Badgie is on Void, correct?
No, I think it's Order.
Is it Order? Oh, it must be. That's
because right. I very much looked at Donnie. I was like, bro, he can just cheat in Badgie. This is gonna get out of hand quick.
Okay.
But Badgie is Order, I believe. So dodge that bullet, but I'm sure there's another one coming.
I hope so.
But no, I'm excited. Like, this is sick. My boy.
Final thoughts.
Donatello is the best turtle.
Discreet. I am sad that I'm gonna have to play against this a lot, and it's probably gonna be the most infuriating defensive deck I've had to play against. Cool.
All right, calm down, Steph.
Next character. Nah, dude, I feel it. I understand why Steph hates the Toya deck.
Dude, unless you've played against it, you truly don't understand. It's like the most crash out worthy shit you've ever seen. Like, it's so annoying. I love you, Andrew, but that deck is a fucking demon. Like, it's not even like that good is the problem. It's just like annoying. Like, It's like
we're gonna play a
insulting.
50-minute game. Yeah, we're gonna play a 50-minute game, but before then, I'm gonna tap all your down every turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna block everything you play. I'm gonna give all your at minus 300 speed. And just when you think you got through, oh psych! I've got this card for a momentum that I can play out of my pocket. That says, "Hey, go yourself. Your turn's over. My turn's 6. Yeah, I'll hit you for 4. Your turn."
That's Andrew's game plan. He wants to make his opponent so frustrated that they either just rage quit or they like start making mistakes because they're like blinded by rage, you know?
They only see red, they're blinded.
Yeah, it works against me.
We're in a courtroom, and oh man, the amount of the freaking language used in this. Oh man. Well, I'm glad you guys like a deck I've played. Smile.
No one said that, Andrew.
Oh,
yeah,
my
Steph
bad.
was at least nice enough to say that she likes you. I don't even like you. So,
you know, you're all high and mighty up there, sir. You can come down here and say that to my face.
anyway, next character, Michelangelo, the wild
Hey.
card, brawler, mutant, 7
Yep.
hand size, 23 health. Response: after your attack is blocked, your next kick, pizza, or punch attack gets +3 speed. Enhance, rival's turn, commit, add 1 ready foundation from each player's stage to their hand. It has the air and good symbols.
This is cool. I love having Lost in Thought on a character. That is pretty freaking dope. Also, again, punishing your opponent for blocking your attack. It's like, okay, you blocked my attack. Well, my next one's going to be faster. Good luck blocking this one. Mikey's pretty cool. And again, having Lost in Thought on a character card, it's pretty sick.
Sure, probably.
I mean, yeah, you get to pick. Add 1 ready foundation from each player's stage to their hand.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's Lost in Thought. It is literally Lost in Thought. You pick both. So you get to get rid of a problem piece that they have that you don't want to deal with. You make them pick it up, and then you can pick up, like, I don't know, extra cheese if you have like a discard effect, so that you can like pick it up and or
You could pick up like a flip
the block
foundation.
you need.
Yeah, that too. You can pick up the block you need.
Can you pick up the flipped foundation and then play it again?
I mean,
flipped?
so long as it's ready, you can pick up a flipped one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. I mean, granted, again, it's only on your rival's turn, so you can't do it on your turn. But that's perfectly fine. This is the kind of effect you would want on your rival's turn. Again, if they have that foundation that's going to help them kill you, you just say, no, you don't get to use that this turn. Or you can set up for your next turn because you survive and you go into your turn, you need to kill them. You just say, oh, you have Keiko's Aid and that's going to stop me? Pick up Keiko's Aid. They're not going to have that. Like, I think Michelangelo could be sneaky good.
I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. The Lost in Thought is going to be very strong. I think the Lost in Thought's definitely just going to be the best part of the kit. The +3 speed is fine.
Yeah, I mean,
it's 1 attack through, and then they block the next one, and then like I don't know. That's going to be okay. I don't know if that's enough for him to kill. With only having 23 health.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, we'd have to see. I think it's fine because if they do like chain block, you just say, okay, well, my next one, the one after is just going to keep getting faster because it's not a once per turn response. So if they keep blocking, your next kick, pizza, or punch is just going to be faster. So you eventually will just force one through. Typically, they'll block the first one, maybe the second one. Kind of depends on what kind of speed hate that they have, but. So if like you're trying to get an attack through, eventually you will get one through because they block. Next one's going to be faster. And that's 3 more speed that they have to chew through with their speed hate as well. So, I mean, I don't think it's like backbreaking or anything like that. I think it's good and it punishes your opponent for like trying to block too much. So I think it's fine. I agree with you. It's fine. The enhance, I think, is what's really good with Mikey.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. I don't know. Like you could basically kind of give them the option of you either have to kind of end your attack turn a little bit earlier if you want to play this foundation that I made you pick up, or you just kind of don't get to replay it. I guess I don't know. I can't decide. The fact that it's on their turn, because that's a good thing about like Lost in Thought, right? It's like you get to deal with the problem foundation on your turn, and it's not there for your entire turn. They just get to rebuild it, which it costs them that resource, but I don't know if it's going to be good enough.
I think Lost in Thought has good, so you can also still play that. So you basically have Lost in Thought twice.
Not for long.
Yeah, not for long, because it is a League of Villains card, so it's got the rest of this year to ride out. And yes, it has the good symbol, so you can play both. If you play Mikey on the good symbol, you get to have Lost in Thought, and then the Lost in Thought on Mikey's face. So you get to have best of both worlds.
I think if you can passively give enough stat, like a couple of damage to every one of your attacks, this character is actually crazy. Because 3 speed is nothing to laugh at. And if they block, one, or they they eat the first one, they're like, cool, I'm gonna have to be able to block. You just go, oh, I made you eat 2 attacks. I'll build, pass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, you blocked my first one. Here's another attack, and I'm gonna pump it. So it's +3 speed, and it's plus 4 damage.
Yeah,
you want to block that one too? Sick. Here's another one. I'm gonna pump it a lot more.
Yeah, so, you could use it to force good cards that they're trying to sculpt, like attacks that they're trying to sculpt for their next turn. You could try to force it out.
A big thing about this is Rebel turn. Add 1 ready foundation from each player's stage. You can play a good flip foundation and put it down every turn.
Yeah.
Because then it comes back to your turn. One, you can either grab the perfect card in your stage to block with if you had to build early. So that makes your builds less consequential. Or you go, oh, well, this card I want to flip and use every turn. I have access to it every turn. Because his response, you can't commit him on your turn, so you can't mess up your response window. And he commits, and then he gets the 1 commit. I think that's really good. I think there is a world where on your 3rd, 4th turn, because he doesn't scream aggro enough to me. He screams I want to try to play this I want to play this game where you guess correctly, and I find ways to punish you for guessing correctly, or I super punish you for playing bad.
Yeah, and also looking at some cards he can play. Mikey gets access to this on both his symbols. Shobujins. Flip after you play a block, he gets Breaker 2. You won't be able to immediately put it back in the stage, but you get to recuperate a Breaker 2 block.
Yeah, you can literally flip it, and then on the
flip it and pick it up.
Yeah, you can flip it and then pick it up.
Yep, and then build it on your upcoming turn. So you don't get to use it again immediately, but being able to recycle a Breaker 2 block is pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like he has ways to play offense and defense, and there are so many tricky things you can do. Oh, I'm gonna pump this first attack, so you want to block it. Okay, cool. I notice you don't have any speed reset, so let's do it again on your next one. So I'm gonna pump this next attack, and it's gonna hit. Cool. So I feel like there are just ways that he could actually really mess your opponent up.
Oh yeah, he also gets to use Keiko's Aid on the good symbol. So you use Keiko's Aid and then pick
you can Keiko's Aid them every turn.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I can see it. Like I said, I can see it both ways. I just personally don't know quite how I feel about it yet. I'd like to see the deck get played.
And for sure.
Kind of see what it's all about.
Yeah, maybe see it because he'll definitely get an actual attack because the other we've already seen URs for Raph and Leo, and those cards look pretty good. I'm actually really excited for those. Final thoughts.
I bet his UR is going to build down into a stage.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's actually I could see that. Yeah,
that's a good point.
Steph, opinions?
I really don't have that many opinions about this guy. I was trying to formulate opinions as I was looking at him, and I was like, I don't know, nothing interesting, nothing crazy. Just you could, I don't know if this would be good, but I was saying, you could pick up a foundation that you flipped so that you get it back in your stage. But it might take too long to set that up since you have to play it on your turn and then you won't get it till the next turn.
I mean, that's what they were talking about with Shibujin's and Keiko's Aid. Like, that's what they're talking about, is flipping it, using its ability, picking it up, doing it again next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get the immediate, but like think how strong Keiko's Aid actually is.
Yeah.
Like how many turns Keiko's Aid stops
Mm-hmm.
or like messes up. So like that gives you the ability to like you could play 2 of them if you wanted, and then go, oh well, I'm gonna use one, and then if they decide to keep playing through it, I'll block the next one and Keiko's Aid them again. Or you're gonna pick up the one that you flipped and go, cool, next.
Yeah.
Or the one Keiko's Aid is enough, and it's like James was saying earlier, you can then just say, oh, they played through the Keikos. Okay, well, I'm gonna go pick up this block I need to punish you for playing through a Keikos.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that you can use it to pick up blocks too, so you can go, oh, well, I built this card that does something cool on block. It's like I'm just gonna pick it up.
Yeah, again, it has to be on it has to be a ready foundation, so you are losing a resource you can use for checks, but still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, next character, Raphael the Muscle, brawler, mutant, 6 hand size, 32 health. Enhanced. This attack gets +1 or -1 speed for each attack card in your card pool. Enhanced. Discard your hand. Your fury attack gets +4 damage.
Yeah, I feel like this is resonating a lot of Jake energy, considering he's a big Deku 1 stan.
Fire, good are his symbols.
Perfect. And before we get all of that, can I just ask, why are you looking at me like that?
You know why. He's going to take you to Pound Town, baby.
You're about to find out what they call him, the Muscle.
Can't say that. Well,
good thing we're in a courthouse. Slap the cuffs on me.
Bailiff, tackle that man. Honestly, I think this character's good. Like, I think +1 or -1 speed for each attack in your card pool. I mean, it was like the same with Vax, right? Except for he got damage. And arguably speed is more useful. The biggest problem I had with Vax is trying to find ways to kill people when I've given it 9,000 damage.
Well, Vax was slightly different because remember he was just card, right? And
yeah,
it was plus damage on your turn, minus speed on their turn. So like he kind of got
that's true.
The things that he needed on his. So it's similar, I think. And then so this one's different. Whereas if you want to use the enhance on their turn, you have to be blocking with attacks. So I don't know. I do think the plus attack or plus speed for each attack is very good, though.
Yeah, agreed. I think the plus is very good. Speed's how you kill people typically. It doesn't matter how big your attacks are if none of them can hit.
Facts.
Discarding your hand for +4 damage. Cringe. Back in my day, we used to discard our hand for 10 damage. So
that's what I'm saying. Big Deku 1 stand over here.
So I mean, you know me. I collect Dekus. I'm a Deku dude. So I don't mess around when it comes to my Dekus. But Raph being my favorite turtle for sure. I'm actually not as interested in playing him as I thought I was going to be. Like, I already played Vax, and he feels semi-Vax coded. I do like just discarding my hand to deal damage. Like, I think it's all there. I'm definitely going to put a build together and see how I like playing him. I feel like James is kind of right. Like, having to block with attacks for minus speed doesn't feel that good. That means I'm going to have to block with, like, 1 or 2 attacks, and then I could block with an attack and I have -1 in the pool for the turn. But I don't know. That just doesn't feel like enough. And, like, so you're going to I don't want to sit here and waste the attacks in my card pool.
Yeah, I think you kind of may just end up ignoring that part of it, to be honest. I think the fact that he gives both stats is going to be good. Like you were saying, for the previous characters you can get, or previous characters, if you can just give them any kind of incidental damage, the top enhance is just going to be good because it's already giving speed. And then, of course, you have the bottom enhance to, like, when they can't block anymore, kind of throw out a finisher. So I definitely think there is a world where this character could be good.
100%.
So are you ever using his second enhance unless you think that you're about to win the game? Like, that feels like such a gamble.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps specifically, I think with Raph's Sai, has like if you have no cards in your hand, it gets like their attack gets like -2 damage or something like that. So like inherently, I think his character cares about not having cards in the hand. And so there's definitely ways to do that. I don't think you would want to just use this ability willy-nilly unless we're getting something like passing the torch back, maybe where it's like if you have no cards in your hand, draw 2 cards. So I don't know. There's reasons why you would, but generally, unless there's like decent upsides for it, you really wouldn't.
Yeah, it's more or less like just looking at it, it's a dunk ability of, all right, you have no way of blocking it. Yeah, who needs these cards in my hand if you're gonna die?
Question for the class. Enhance. Discard in your hand. Your fury attack is +4 damage. If I have no cards in my hand.
Yes, you can. Yeah. You can pay the cost.
So you just ditch your hand on the first attack and then play a bunch of cards. So his UR and stuff, so he wants to play attacks from the remove pile. He's got there's several cards that remove the top card of your deck. And allow you to go, okay, I'm going to play from the remove pile. You even got cards that go that plus your check for playing from the remove pile. So I think the big thing they're trying to get you to do is go, all right, sick. I'm going to try to end your life now. Sick. Yep. I'm going to form remove. I'm going to play this attack remove, and I'm gonna dump my hand, and then I'm going to dump my hand and go, yep. It's +4 damage. So every attack I'm playing is getting +4 damage this turn. And every attack is faster.
Yep.
So if you have a bunch of Furies, like low-cost Furies that you can play and just chain them all through, I mean, getting 4 damage to every attack can kill people. Like, that's typically the big problem I used to have with playing the Attack Titan is you'd get 4 damage, but you wouldn't have the speed to get anything through. So if you have the way to up the speed on any of your stuff, you could just push through and kill somebody on a crazy turn.
That sounds pretty cool. I wonder how strong that's going to be, because usually stuff that we have seen that plays from zones that we usually don't touch get banned pretty quick. So I wonder how strong this is going to end up being.
Yeah, this actually feels kind of like a Garza coded character if you take in like playing from removed. My good buddy, my good Ghidorah loving pal.
Yeah, I was like, you're really struggling to find that word.
my big beautiful Brian. He likes playing from the remove, so this might actually be more him coded than me. But I'm definitely going to mess around with a couple builds for this. I think there's potential here to just like, I do like going hard for no reason. So I would love to ditch my hand and die just like in the old days.
Hell yeah!
Now out of my way so I can get one shot.
You gonna go jump off the building and hope for powers in the next life?
Yes, sir.
And then you get reincarnated as a slime
again. Yeah, I think he's cool. I think 16 and 32 health. Definitely mess with him a little bit. See where we can go from there. He is close to the top of my list of people to play. Final thoughts?
No,
I think what you talked about with the remove pile stuff actually sounds pretty cool. So depending on how all that works out and how viable it is, I think that would be pretty cool. I may also be looking at this character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he also has an attack that is a 5 difficulty, 5 mid for 5. Frenzy. If you try to play this attack from your remove pile, it gets -3 difficulty. So it becomes a 2 difficulty move that is a 5 mid for 5 with Frenzy.
Yup.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then again with the cheeky little tech of discard my hand. Oh, well, I don't have cards in my hand, but I still paid cost. 4 damage.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I think there's some cool stuff with Raph for sure. I think he's going to be a really cool aggro character. I think he's going to hit a really good like mid-ground aggro. And I mean, if you can set up fast enough, if he's got enough of these like low difficulty cards, like if you, it almost feels like the gambling thing again, where it's like, oh, I just happen to hit 2 good, like I hit 2 angry flurries off the top of my deck. And you blocked my 4 high for or my 5 high for 10. Cool. This one's coming at you. It's a frenzy. It's It's an 8 mid for 9, and then I'm playing another one.
Yep.
So like, there's some crazy stuff. He's also got a 3 difficulty attack. This is attack gets +1 damage for each attack in each player's card pool. So if they block with any attacks, it gets bigger. Plus, on top of that, like if this is the 3rd card in your card pool, it's a 3 difficulty move. It'll get 3 damage from itself and then 4 from itself. So it's like a 6 mid for 8.
You could also be a man and play Rallied Assault. It's a 2 check, but you can play Rally Assault. It sort of works against Raphael's Speed Enhance, but that's fine if they've blocked 3-4 attacks. They're probably not blocking anymore. So you just played Rally Assault and be like, all right, there's like, say average 4 attacks in the card pool counting mine, maybe 5 if you blocked with an attack. Yeah, this is getting 5/5 and I'll give it 4 more. It's stupid fast and it kills you.
Yeah, I think Raph's got some like real cool stuff to look at. Like, I think on his base character card, he's cool and like there's potential there. But I think when you look at some of the cards that have been revealed for it that like have his face on them and his symbol, I think there's a whole nother play pattern that is different from his face that you kind of want to play, or you could completely ignore if you wanted to. But I think there's some good stuff there.
Yeah, I don't know how it's all going to work, but if you're allowed to play attacks from the removed pile, Lethal Slash is going to go probably pretty crazy.
You can play the card specifically removed with that card. Okay. You're not just allowed to just play whatever cards you want. These are cards that are removing cards from your deck, kind of like in Magic, that then say, hey, you can play this card from removed, but I removed it a different way.
Gotcha.
But if you
would actually be counterintuitive, just because like you give it the damage, but you're not going to get speed. It's not going to add speed to your pool.
I mean,
no,
sure.
You get to draw the cards.
And you get to draw the card,
and
then
and then you can play again later and things like that.
Yeah, but then you have to discard your cards to keep giving damage. You don't want to draw cards. Drawing cards is bad.
Maybe.
if you want to save a couple of the attacks that you may have removed with that one card, then you may want to like try to fetch another attack to play from your hand before you just go gung ho and discard your hand.
Nope. Playing first attack, discarding my hand. Hope it works out.
This Attack Titan mentality. Yeah, real.
Let's go.
Why do I need to think when I just kill my opponent?
Exactly. Jokes on you, the character I actually want to play, I think actually has thinking involved.
Oh no. Is that who we're going to talk about? Next
character, Leonardo, the leader. Champion, mutant. 6 hand size, 31 health. After an attack is blocked, look at the top card of your deck. You may commit this card. If you do, draw 1 card. Otherwise, you may mill 1. After you mill 1 or more cards, this attack or your next attack gets +1 damage.
So it's interesting that it says this attack or your next attack. I understand. So, like, you could buff your rival's attack for 1 damage if you wanted to, but it's interesting. It gives you the choice of this attack or your next attack.
I think it's really interesting because, like, on block, after an attack, and an attack is blocked, so on both turns, you get to peep the top card of your deck, and if he's not committed, you can just commit him to draw the card. Yeah, you lose out on the rest of his stuff, but, like, typically you would probably use that on, like, defense when you're like, okay, cool, I've already done all my stuff, I need this card. Or I know the next card's an attack, and it'll kill you.
You could also sort of, in a way, like, if they're using their speed hate on an attack, you have a mill outlet, so they use their speed and the speed hate. You go, oh, you're blocking this? Okay, I'm going to mill. My next attack will get a damage. Since I know you're blocking this one, damage doesn't matter for this one. So I'll give it to my next one.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think being able to stack up on your next one or on this one, or like you can like mix them in, because like you'll have different cards.
Oh, yeah, it's not a once per turn. Yeah, so like if you just keep milling, if you have multiple mill outlets, yeah, you can just keep stacking it. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is really interesting. And I think being able to give the attack, I think being able to on block mill 1, so you go, okay, well, you blocked me. I'm going to look at the top card of my deck, and I'm going to mill it. My next attack, +1 damage. So now my next one, because you blocked, is coming in stronger.
Yeah, even if they partial block, you can also give the 1 damage to the current attack. Because it says after this attack is blocked. So if they partial block your current attack, you can just choose to mill the 1 and then respond with Leo to give the damage.
You can still, that's still, I thought that was, I didn't think you could do that during, like, because this is after it's blocked, so it's resolved, right?
No, so they resolve, because it's just like with Breaker when you block with this card, and that's before damage. So after an attack is blocked, so they partial it, they played the block, they have partialed before damage, you respond to the attack being blocked to do the top response. You decide to just mill, since they partialed, you just say, hey, I milled 1, this attack gets +1, you're taking 1 more.
I wonder if overhaul works.
I wonder if there's any way to, like, I wonder if there's any other cool response things you can do in that window to be like, okay, cool, you partial me. I'm going to mill this card and then respond here and mill this card, respond here, mill this card.
Yeah, if you can, like, find a way to, like, chain mill, yeah.
I'm not sure. But that's really interesting and a fun way to just take up extra damage. Is really nice.
Yeah, it's basically they partial it because, like, they don't have the right zone. You basically just go, haha, it's +1. It's +1.
So it says you, after an attack is blocked, look at the top card of your deck, you may commit this card. What is this card? Are they talking about Leonardo?
Yes. Yeah, they're talking about Leonardo.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you can commit him to draw the card. So the cool thing is, like, you get to look at it first, so you know what you're going to draw, and you can go, well, this is a bad check and I want to put it in my hand, or this is a good check. You get that information before you draw, and you go, okay, well, I just blocked with the only card in my hand. Oh, hey, I'm going to draw this card.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. And if it's a you may mill 1. So if there is a good check on top, you can just keep it. You can just keep it there.
Yeah. So, like, you have a whole bunch of different games. Like, you go, okay, well, I know this is a good check, so I don't want to mill it right now because the 1 damage isn't worth losing this check. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do other stuff to mill. And they kind of set you up in that way to go, I know what's next. You can also, because you're on all, there's the Yusuke card.
Final test.
Yeah, that you can flip if you discarded a card. You can draw, it's a form. So I think that'll go crazy in this because you can go, okay, cool, I've discarded a card or whatever.
It's technically a Genkai card, but Yusuke by association.
Whatever, it's all the same. And go, okay, well, I looked at this card and I want to draw it, but I don't want to tap Leonardo. Sick. I'm going to flip this card, form, draw.
Yep. Yeah, no, there's more to Leonardo than I originally figured. Like, there's some neat little, like, nuance, managing you could do with these responses, and on top of just, like, any other card that he has access to manipulate your deck or, like, your strings in some way, like your play pattern.
Yeah, I definitely like the idea. I like the self mill aspect, and I like the intricacy of his character. And this is kind of something I've been wanting to play because, like, I thought about playing Genkai, like looking at the top and all that stuff, but I was like, one, not really a character. Like, I'm a big person who likes to play characters I like from their respective property, or like I have to really vibe with their play pattern. And hers was kind of like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but, like, it's Genkai. I don't really care that much about Genkai, to be honest. And I'm like, I don't really care that much about it, but we'll see. And then I saw this card, and I was like, oh, God, that sounds really fun. Like a fun, interactive way to, like, stack my deck and play my deck. And, like, I don't know. It just seemed like a really fun play pattern to me that was, like, outside of what I usually do, but, like, in a way that is interesting to me.
Yeah, and also all and good are symbols that have this sort of, especially all now, that have
the hell out of these symbols.
That have, like, deck, not necessarily deck manipulation, but, like, you can look at the top card, like, mess with putting cards on top or, like, shifting the cards and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I think Leonardo could be a very interesting character.
Steph?
I said my one comment. Sorry, I was drinking water.
No, you're fine.
Gotta hydrate before you dehydrate.
I do.
She's hydrating for you because you're gonna dehydrate.
I really do like the symbols on the character. Also, like there are 2 symbols that are on Yusuke. I played a bunch of Yusuke. Took him to Albuquerque. Actually, got stomped. Is what it is. So
okay, I did too.
He's kind of my number 1 from the set. Like I really want to play Leonardo. He's a little bit above Raph for me. Like I want to play both. Like they're both 2 turtles I like a lot. Raph is my favorite turtle typically, but there are some groups where Leo is my favorite. So it just kind of depends on the turtles. But I'm definitely looking forward to playing this character. This is the one I'm going to be theory crafting the most on, and I plan to pick either Raph or Leo, and that's going to be my try hard until a set releases with another character that I want. I think I'm going to try to full commit to a character for once and have a pet deck.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I mean I very much want to play Donatello, but also part of me wants to might mess with Mikey a little bit. So it's funny that you picked 2 of the turtles and I picked the other 2 turtles. It's like, yeah, I want to play these. Yeah, I want to play these,
which is going to go well for splitting our cards.
Yeah, I think the Guy's Guidance final test
yes.
mechanic with this character is probably one of the coolest interactions. Just being able to use his ability and still get the draw, very strong. So I think there's definitely a lot of theory crafting to be done on this guy.
For sure.
And yeah, I think that's all the characters we're going to talk about right this second on the podcast. We'll probably cover more next week. Let's move on to another topic. And I know you're probably thinking, man, they didn't cover Splinter. Well, psych, we did. Go check out our channel where we revealed Master Splinter and a couple of cards for him. So definitely go give that video a look if you haven't, and tell us what you think in the comments.
Rat Dad.
Rat Dad. So they actually just put out a judge program, like the beginnings of the judge program. What do we think? What's the big takeaways?
So I'm glad that they have finally started rolling out a judge program. I know a lot of people have been asking about this, and when we interviewed Josh at Nats, it was mentioned in our interview with him. So I kind of was excited to hear about that. And then now that it's here, I mean, it seems fine. We'll have the link to the article in the description. It was like we won't go over it in like great detail. But I took the level 1 judge exam for this program. And I think it's fine. It was like the amount of time you get for it. It's like it's a 30-minute 10-question multi-choice exam. My big gripe with the at least with this exam, and maybe they could change it later, or if it's just level 1 for some reason, I would like to see how well I did, whether I passed or failed. I would just like to know what I got right, what I got wrong, and if I saw what I got wrong, I could go over and like review that and like try to like find it in like the rules and stuff, like just to try to learn more, improve more. And I think that could just help, but also just wanting to know how well I did or how bad I did.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I took it as well, and I passed. And
but overall, like they mentioned, just wanting to like just having the judge program. I believe somewhere in here they mentioned something about rewards, potential rewards, like maybe in the future. But again, you can check out the article in the description for more detail. But I'm glad to see the judge program finally, because it is I've been our local judge for a while, even though I took a judge exam like years ago, before like there wasn't much of a judge program when I took my test. Like I took it, passed it, I was like, cool, I'm a judge, I guess. Sick. There was nothing really else to that. And for a while there wasn't much of a reason to like have to be a judge, or I don't think there was even an exam to take to be a judge for a good while. So I'm glad to see this program coming back.
I think everyone but me is now a judge. Is Brian a judge?
I don't think Nick is a judge.
Okay.
Brian is. Brian is.
Oh my god! So I have to be a judge, is what you're telling me? I have to be
Yes.
judge qualified. I don't have to actually judge.
Oh, you do a lot of judging. Just
I do.
usually not.
I do.
Not having to.
Just not Universus judging.
Just not in Universes.
Yeah, just judging my deck choice.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, I'm a master at that. Like.
Oh, I know. I have the bruises to prove it. Anyway.
I will say, James, are you a judge?
I am a judge.
Give me your experience.
It was pretty simple questions. I am 100% with Andrew on wishing that we could see the end, because there was definitely at least one question that I 100% did not know the answer to, did my best guess, and I would have liked to see what the correct answer was, or if I got it right. But the other ones I was confident in, so I passed. It was very quick. They give you a 30-minute time limit. It doesn't take that long, but yeah, it was pretty quick and easy. I just wish we had more feedback.
Yeah, and I think it's fine with the level 1 being, I guess, easy. Maybe like shorten the time limit, maybe, because I feel like 30 minutes is a long time for a 10-minute multi-choice, or I'm sorry, 10-question multi-choice. So like maybe shorten that. Like I don't think the level 1 exam should be like omega strict, right? It's the level 1 exam, but it's still want to like not make it super easy to just breeze by.
Yeah, I did feel a little bit too easy. I took the judge exam 10 minutes before we started recording the podcast. I got finished extremely fast. None of the questions struck me as too hard. And as far as I know, I passed it, updated my thing to level 1. So, again, there's no feedback on what you missed, which I think for educating yourself and becoming a better judge, that stuff is necessary. But the test just feels too easy. Granted, I've been playing the game for a while, but I didn't even stop and think. I just rapid fire nailed them. And I was pretty confident in most of my answers. There was like one that I was like, I think this is how this works. It's too easy. It needs like an extra 5 questions, and they need a little bit more difficulty. I understand it's a tiered system, and this is kind of like the segue in. But I think if you're going to be judging, I hope anybody that takes this test and wants to actually judge, I hope you join any judge groups or discords, and don't be afraid to ask in like the different groups and stuff for clarification on rulings. Just because this is good footwork, and you can read the rules, but sometimes in practice things are a little bit harder than you think. So don't feel like, oh, I passed the judge test, I can't reach out and ask for help or clarification from somebody that's been actually judging for longer, because you definitely can and you definitely should. And 100%. I hope that you continue on the path to being a judge. That'd be rad. So that's our experience with the new judge program. Before we wrap this up, the gang's going to be in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes. You nailed it, Judge.
Thanks. We're going to be in Louisville, Kentucky. Well, I'm not, and Nick's not. But other than that, they're all going to be out there hanging out, having a good time. They're going to be playing in the event, doing some side events. I think there's some cosplaying happening. So definitely look forward to seeing us in not me, in Louisville. It should be a good time. Come up, say hi if you want to talk to us. If you don't, then hide from us. And don't forget to ask Andrew every morning of the event, hey Andrew, what'd you have for brekkie?
Or even better, just walk up to me and ask, hey Jake, did you get a haircut?
Either one of those will work.
I'm actually excited for Louisville, not only for the main event, but there's going to be an MHA Spotlight side event and I've been itching to play Ida 1 again. I have cards ready for the deck. I think I'm actually still waiting on a couple cards. But I'm going to be trying to play Ida 1. Not really too worried about it if it's going to be really good or really bad. I'm just going to go to have a good time in the side event and just play the first character I played in MHA block. So it's going to be fun.
I think what I am most excited about is just like straight up ripping off one of your guys' decks and like bringing that and just playing it.
And then if you get trash, you can just blame whoever's deck it is.
It's not my fault. This deck just sucks. Like,
all right,
that's how it works.
Chat, get ready for Response
out.
on Play to be one less member by the time we come back from Louisville. And you heard it here first. It may just be me.
I've cracked the code. This is what you have to do to not feel bad when you're at these tournaments. You just take Andrew's deck, and then when you lose, you just say, Andrew, what is wrong with you?
Damn.
Who plays Toya?
Me, I do.
Goodness. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Definitely. If you see us and you want to say hi, definitely come up, and we'll be happy to talk to you.
Please do.
But that's going to actually wrap us up for this week. Thank you for listening to another week of us yap about cards that we think are cool. We really appreciate it. We appreciate your support. We appreciate the comments that we've been getting on a lot of these videos and the interaction here on Reddit and everything. If you are listening on Spotify, please don't forget to rate the podcast if you could. That stuff helps us out, helps us get seen by more people, introduce them maybe to the hobby or us goofballs. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when our reveals go live. We put out funny shorts typically, and we try to post twice a week on good weeks. So definitely
shorts.
Definitely shorts. So definitely don't forget to hit the notification thing. Comment about your favorite part of the podcast down below. Or maybe a character card that you were excited that we talked about or didn't talk about, and why. And as for that, I've been Jake. All rise.
I've been Steph. My favorite turtle, the Turtle Pope from Elden Ring.
Andrew. I'm actually going to sit down.
I'm James. I'm just the other guy.